Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're diving into the world of interior design to uncover the 10 styles that experts strongly advise against mixing. From the clash of modern and traditional aesthetics to the unexpected pairing of farmhouse and Art Deco, we'll explore how these combinations can lead to chaotic and unharmonious spaces. Join us as we break down each style and explain why it's best to keep them separate for a cohesive and stylish home. Let's get started. 1. Modern and traditional. Blending modern and traditional styles in interior design is like trying to mix oil and water. They simply don't mesh well. Modern design thrives on clean lines, simplicity, and a neutral color palette, while traditional design is all about rich textures, ornate details, and classic elegance. Imagine a sleek, minimalist sofa sitting awkwardly against an elaborate, antique coffee table. It's a visual clash that neither style benefits from. Experts suggest maintaining the integrity of each style in separate spaces rather than combining them. Mixing these styles can lead to a confusing and disjointed atmosphere in your home. When you want to keep the essence of both, consider incorporating traditional elements like a vintage rug or art piece in a modern room without overwhelming the space. 2. Rustic and industrial. Rustic and industrial styles may seem like they could be good friends. Both have a love for raw materials, but their execution differs drastically. Rustic design emphasizes warmth, natural colors, and a homely feel, whereas industrial design is stark, mechanical, and often cold. Think of a cozy log cabin juxtaposed with a gritty warehouse. They evoke entirely different emotions. Experts warn that mixing these styles can lead to a space that feels neither inviting nor functional. Instead of creating harmony, it can result in a jarring contrast that negates the best features of each style. If you're tempted to combine them, try using industrial elements subtly in a rustic setting, like metal light fixtures or steel chairs, to add contrast without overpowering the rustic charm. 3. Mid-century modern and boho. Mid-century modern and boho styles both have a love for eclectic elements, but they diverge significantly in their aesthetic goals. Mid-century modern is all about sleek lines, functional furniture, and a retro vibe, while boho is a celebration of color, patterns, and an unstructured, laid-back feel. Picture a streamlined, wooden mid-century chair next to a vibrant, patterned boho rug. It's a clash of cultures that can confuse rather than complement. Experts advise against this mix as it can disrupt the flow of a room and create visual chaos. If you wish to incorporate both, consider keeping the foundational elements of one style and sprinkling in small accents of the other for a balanced look. 4. Minimalism and maximalism. Minimalism and maximalism are two extremes on the interior design spectrum, and combining them is akin to trying to merge a whisper with a shout. Minimalism is about simplicity, space, and a less is more philosophy, whereas maximalism embraces more is more, with bold colors, patterns, and an abundance of decor. Imagine a pristine white minimalist room suddenly interrupted by a wall bursting with colorful art and cluttered shelves. It's a sensory overload that minimalists would find unsettling. Experts suggest choosing one style to dominate while incorporating subtle elements of the other if you must combine them. For example, a minimalist space can be enlivened with a single maximalist artwork as a focal point. 5. Coastal and Victorian. Coastal and Victorian styles are like day and night. They cater to entirely different moods and settings. Coastal design is breezy, light, and casual, often using a palette of blues and whites to evoke the beach, while Victorian is rich, dark, and ornate, reminiscent of 19th century opulence. Placing a light, airy coastal dining table in a room with heavy, dark Victorian drapes creates a visual struggle that neither style wins. Experts caution against mixing these styles as it can lead to a space that feels neither relaxed nor regal. If you love both, consider using Victorian elements like an antique mirror or chandelier in a predominantly coastal room to add a touch of elegance without overwhelming the light ambiance. 6. Farmhouse and Art Deco. Farmhouse and Art Deco styles are like two dancers with completely different rhythms. Farmhouse design is all about comfort, simplicity, and rustic charm, while Art Deco is bold, glamorous, and heavily stylized. Picture a rustic wooden farmhouse table paired with an Art Deco velvet chair. It's a combination that feels out of sync. Experts advise against merging these styles as it can create a disjointed and confusing atmosphere. Instead, each style should be celebrated in its own right, allowing the unique characteristics of each to shine. If you're a fan of both, use Art Deco lighting fixtures or geometric patterns in a farmhouse setting to subtly echo the glam without disrupting the cozy vibe. 7. Scandinavian and French country. Scandinavian and French country styles both cherish comfort and elegance, but in vastly different ways. Scandinavian design is known for its simplicity, functionality, and muted palette, while French country is ornate, with a love for intricate details, floral patterns, and pastel colors. Imagine a sleek Scandinavian sofa next to a richly upholstered French country armchair. It's a visual discord that doesn't do justice to either style. Experts recommend keeping these styles separate to preserve their individual charm. If you do wish to combine them, consider incorporating French country elements like delicate linens or vintage accessories into a Scandinavian space for a touch of romance without overpowering the room's minimalism. 8. Mediterranean and contemporary styles each have their own distinct charm, but mixing them can lead to a design disaster. Mediterranean design is characterized by warm colors, intricate tiles, and rustic textures, while contemporary design favors clean lines, neutral tones, and minimalism. A rustic Mediterranean tile floor paired with sleek, contemporary furniture can create a jarring contrast that dilutes the essence of both styles. Experts suggest avoiding this mix as it can result in a space that feels neither inviting nor modern. To incorporate elements from both, consider using Mediterranean colors or textures in a contemporary space, such as a terracotta vase or a rustic wood accent, to add warmth without overshadowing the modern aesthetic. 9. Shabby chic and industrial styles are like chalk and cheese. They each have their distinct appeal but don't work well together. Shabby chic is all about soft colors, distressed finishes, and a vintage feel, while industrial design is raw, edgy, and utilitarian. Picture a delicate, distressed shabby chic dresser in front of a raw brick industrial wall. It's a combination that feels mismatched and out of place. Experts advise against combining these styles as it can lead to a space that feels neither cozy nor modern. If you're drawn to both, try incorporating industrial elements like metal light fixtures or exposed piping in a shabby chic room to add contrast without losing the charming essence. 10. Neo-colonial and ultra-modern styles are like two different languages in design. They speak to entirely different aesthetics. Neo-colonial design is traditional, with a nod to historical elegance and classic architecture, while ultra-modern is futuristic, sleek, and minimalist. Imagine a traditional neo-colonial mantelpiece alongside ultra-modern, geometric furniture. It's a clash that doesn't translate well. Experts caution against mixing these styles as it can lead to a space that feels neither timeless nor cutting-edge. If you appreciate both, consider using neo-colonial architectural details like crown molding or classic artworks in an ultra-modern setting to introduce a touch of tradition without disrupting the modern flow.